Mr. Speaker, and two managers, three good men, I rise in opposition to the rule. I urge my colleagues to defeat the previous question so that we can offer an amendment to consider my legislation, H.R. 851, Bring Jobs Home Act. Yesterday it passed in the Senate 93-7. Now, there's something fundamentally wrong if we can't get a boost here and it passes 93-7, for sure, across the board, Democrats and Republicans. So what are we talking about here? And I vote for the previous question is a vote to keep giving corporate America a tax break for every job they ship overseas to China. Let's start there. I heard a lot about corporate welfare in reference to the Export-Import Bank over the last few weeks before we debate it next week. It cost the government not one dime to help out the businesses. In fact, in your state, the manager, through the chair, your state has in jeopardy in Oklahoma 255,000 jobs at risk. Bring Jobs Home Act ends taxpayer write-offs that pay moving costs when companies ship jobs abroad. We, as a body, have supported in the past giving money to businesses and corporations that send jobs overseas. That does not make sense. What we want to do is help those companies to come back because these are good-paying jobs. That's how manufacturing jobs primarily left this country. Over the last 10 years, 2.4 million American jobs have been shipped overseas, and U.S. taxpayers have helped foot the bill. That, to me, is insanity. It's like paying someone for the rope they're going to hang you with. Economists estimate that across the country, over 21 million jobs are at risk of being outsourced. 500,000 of them come from my home state, will come from my state of New Jersey. At a time when we're trying to create good-paying manufacturing jobs in the United States, it quite simply makes no sense for the U.S. taxpayers to help foot the bill for companies that want to outsource jobs instead. My bill ends this taxpayer subsidy once and for all. Instead, Bring Jobs Home Act will provide a new 20% tax credit for companies that bring jobs back to the United States of America. This will provide a substantial incentive for more and more companies to create jobs and invest right here in our own country. We are already seeing a trend towards insourcing. Manufacturing employment is up by 600,000 jobs since the end of the Great Recession. And for the first time in 2013, companies were reshoring jobs at the same rate that they were offshoring them. We've still got a big hole to dig ourselves out of from 2003. It went up to 150,000 jobs are being offshored each month. We're still out of balance by 1 million jobs. Companies like Masterlock, Caterpillar, Ford, GE, Walmart even, not one of my favorites, but Walmart, starting to see the value in bringing manufacturing back to this country. We've got the R&D, the infrastructure, the educated workforce, and we've got the consumers. And again, we have the most productive workers in the world. And it's not just the big guys. More than 80% of companies bringing work back have $200 million or less in sales. So let's give these companies a little extra incentive to make it in America by providing them with this tax credit to help our manufacturing economy continue its rebound. A robust manufacturing-based economy will lead... I yield an additional 30 seconds.
Gentleman's recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will lead to widespread prosperity for businesses and the people who work there. Manufacturing jobs pay 23% more than workers in other parts of the economy. Every dollar in manufacturing sales creates $1.40 worth of economic impact. Mr. Speaker, it's time to stop these short-sighted policies that stifle investment here in America and focus on what we can do to incentive investment and job creation. I urge a no vote on the previous question. I yield back, and I thank you for your time, sir.